Hey guys, what's going on? Banana 156 here with another video. Subscribe. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. Make sure to leave a comment. I do read all comments. But yeah, and if you dislike the video, leave a dislike. And if you disagree with me in here, yeah, leave a comment and we can discuss it there. This video is going to be a bit different than most of my normal videos because most of my normal videos are either about my positions, are about geopolitics, are about other conservative media figures' positions. I never talk about philosophy that much, but I feel it is important that in order to understand in order to really understand conservatives and understand conservatism as a whole, it is important to understand the philosophical bedrock, I guess, of conservative thought. And so I'm going to talk about who's considered to be the first conservative, or the father of modern day conservatism, Edmund Burke, because I just think it's really important that we understand the philosophy behind conservatives, so we can understand why they think the way they do, even if they don't realize that is why. Because this is a very good. He summarized conservatism very well, and he shows a lot of the things that lead to positions that they have. But yeah, let's get right into talking about Edmund Burke. So Edmund Burke was born January 12th, 1970, or not January 12th, 1729, and he died July 9th, 1797. He was an Irish statesman an economist, and a philosopher. And he was also a member of Parliament between 1766 and 1794, the Parliament of Britain. But yeah, so the main thing I'm going to be focusing on in his life is the philosophical part, and he has three notable works from his philosophical career, or his philosophical career. It's A Vindication of Natural Society, A Philosophical Inquiry into the Origin of Ideas of the Sublime and Beautiful. The one I'm going to focus most on is Reflections on the Revolution in France. And this is where I feel a lot of modern day conservatism comes from. So, Reflections on the Revolution in France it says in the title, it's Reflections on the Revolution in France. And the main idea here is him proposing ideas on why the revolution happened, and thinking about what caused the revolution to happen and such. But the main reason that he gave is because the hierarchy in France was not divided up correctly. It was divided by blood, and that doesn't justly put people in the hierarchical position they should be in. So that's why there was a revolution. And the basic thoughts are, when people are put in the wrong hierarchical position, it causes social tension, and that social tension leads to greater social movements, and that leads to things like revolution, which is not incorrect. So yeah, he thought the hierarchy was set up wrong. That's fine. But where does the conservative part come in? The conservative part comes in when he starts talking about what he believes would be the solution to this. So, he does not believe that there should be no hierarchy. He believes that there should be a hierarchy, and that the natural order of society is a hierarchy. It's just determining what sets up the hierarchy. What sets up the hierarchy? He believed that doing it by bloodlines was not the correct way because the revolution happened, so it can't be the correct way, right? So so what could do it the correct way? He believed that free markets could. He believed that if you rose to the top and got the most wealth possible, and got to the top of the hierarchy, you deserved to be there, and that you were fundamentally better than everyone below you, and you were fundamentally worse than everyone above you. That's what he believed. He believed that the free market is the means of dividing up the hierarchical classes of people, and that everyone who's in their class deserves to be there because the free market put them there, and everyone below them is worse than them, and everyone above them is better than them. Now that's a very it's a large simplification of the work, but I just wanted to get the basic idea to you. So the main belief is here that people are fundamentally not equal. Some people are better than others, and some people are worse than others, and we just need the correct thing to sort them, and he believed it was the free market. Now, how does this lead to modern day conservatism? I think it leads pretty nice into modern day conservatism. Most modern day conservatives are advocates for the free market, even though the free market's not really free if you understand economics. Or a free market with no regulations is not really free. But they advocate for the free market, and they say that people in the lower classes are just there because they don't work hard enough. Think about Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson talking about all the people there, telling them that before you go and make big social change, you gotta sort out what's inside yourself. Like, you have these fundamental issues because you're poor, because you have all these different disadvantages given to you because of the system that you live in. They don't believe in systemic critiques. They believe that you are where you are because you're meant to be, and you are meant to be there. People are fundamentally unequal, and you are there because the free market put you there, and that's why, and you deserve to be there. And the only way that you can get out there is working harder to become better. So they don't believe in systemic critiques. They believe the system is fine. They believe that the free market is the best way of sorting people, when it isn't. And this bedrock of conservatism you can see in basically every other conservative today. You see it with Jordan Peterson doing like that thing with you have to make sure yourself is in order before you change the world. You can see that with Ben Shapiro denying systemic racism, saying that it's not systemic. It's their culture that causes them to be this way. You can see it like in all of these people doing things like that. That you can see pretty clearly the philosophical basis of their ideas and how it relates back to Edmund Burke. So he was the original conservative, and I'm gonna go over some more positions that branch off of this. Now, a lot of things are that the people on the top, they think they deserve to be there, and if you're in the top, they think that, or if a conservative is in the top, they think, yes, I am here because I deserve it, and they'll do anything to keep their power. This is really terrible, and this leads to their principles of only believing in power, currently at least. They only want to keep power, and they will do everything that they can to keep power, and they believe that the people at the bottom are there because they are meant to be, and that is why and this shows their racism too. They want to keep like black people at the bottom as much as possible, and they do this through our incredibly unjust criminal justice system, the drug war, over policing, policing in specifically poor areas, voter suppression laws. All of these different things are made to suppress poor people, which a majority of black people are poor, to keep them down and keep them down in the hierarchy and keep them as low in the hierarchy as possible, and while exalting yourself as high as possible in the hierarchy. They don't believe in anything but power, and they want to keep their power at all costs, and that's why they are blatantly fascist now. They have no principles. Their only principle is power, and they will do anything to keep their power. That's why Mitch McConnell is the way he is. He doesn't do anything in the Senate. All he is a roadblock. He doesn't care about progress. He doesn't care about making the country better. He doesn't care about all these things. He cares about power. And with power comes a ton of benefits. You get money. You get control over the nation. You get control over so many things once you have power, and that's what they want. They want to control things, and they want to make sure that they stay on top and that all the people at the bottom stay down there. But yeah, in summary, Edmund Burke was the father of modern day conservatism. His main idea is that society needs to be set up in a hierarchy, and that human beings are fundamentally unequal. And if you're whatever place you are in the hierarchy, that's where you're supposed to be because the free market put you there. And you can see a lot. You can see this base. You can see this base, this philosophical base, in many conservative commentators if you look hard enough. And sometimes it's not even hard to look. You can just see it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a bit different than my other videos. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. I do read all comments, so make sure to leave one. And yeah, thank you all for the recent support on the video, and thank you all for watching. I will see you guys